Do you check the shipping cost before buying tea? For some of you, the shipping costs are an important criterion to decide from which shop to buy. We've just updated our shipping cost, a good opportunity to explain you in detail how shipping costs are calculated and applied. Hi guys, this is Gabriele from Nannuoshan, where we share the pleasure of drinking and discovering genuine farm tea. If you're new here in our channel and you're also looking to expand your tea knowledge and brewing skills, make sure to click on the subscribe button. And if you're going to enjoy what you're watching, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Today we are going to speak about shipping cost. We have just updated our shipping cost and I thought it's a good opportunity to disclose to you how shipping costs are calculated. This might be just because you are one of our customers and you are curious to know what you pay for, or maybe you want to open a tea business. You have just this idea on the back of your mind. You have already seen our other videos about opening a tea business and you're asking yourself, how should you calculate and apply the shipping cost? Or maybe just out of curiosity to know how this business works on the other side, let's say on our side. Anyway, first of all, I will start explaining you how the shipping costs in the United States are calculated. So for our brand new US shop that I just opened last August. Then I'm going to actually disclose some little surprise for you. I have actually some codes that I will give you to get free tea or get some discount on tea. It will be more or less in the middle of the video. It will be both actually a special discount or actually free tea for the US shop, on the US shop, so for those that are buying tea in our shop in the US and in Canada. And then there will be a major discount that will be applied only for a little time for those of you that are in Europe and everywhere else in the world. So stay with me. And after that, we will go and have a look how the shipping costs were calculated before September 1st in the European shop and how and why this has been changed. So let's get started. As you see, I have here some notes because it's kind of a complex topic with a lot of numbers and I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. And I have, of course, also some tea here. Actually, this tea I steeped already yesterday evening, and before going to bed I wasn't able to drink it all. So I just left it in the gaiwan and I'm going to do a bit longer steep now. I will tell you more later about this tea. Let's now speak about shipping cost. So let's see what we have here. We say we want to start with the US shop, and I'll actually share something on my screen here so that you can see what I mean. If you go on our website, there is a payment and shipping page, and there you find all the information actually about shipping. It tells you that actually on order above $50, excluding shipping, you get free samples. If you order more than $100, again excluding shipping, you get actually a $10 voucher for the next purchase. And about the shipment, it says that within the US, for all order above $100, you have, if you want, free shipping if you choose the economy shipping, and otherwise the costs are calculated automatically by the website, and we send with USPS within the US and also to Canada. So there basically the price is really calculated precisely for each order based on the weight of that specific order. But you don't pay actually the price of a normal USPS parcel. There is actually a discount rate that we apply, and I will show you that as well here, just as an example, right? It is a little bit complex because the prices are changed actually according to how USPS changed their pricing over time, but there is a discount applied. So for example, if you see here, this is our standard box, is 2 pounds and it is 11 by 8 by 6 inches. And let's say that we ship, of course, from Denver, because our warehouse is in Denver, to New York with priority mail. you pay, instead of the $14, $13.90, you actually pay $11. So it's quite a substantial discount. Here is almost 30% discount that you get. So this is how it works in the US. Let's say you have a discounted USPS rate for both inside the US and to Canada that is calculated, and if you spend more than $100, you can opt for free shipping. Quite simple, I would say. In Europe, the situation is a little bit more complex than that, and it's more complex than that, first of all, because in Europe we have many different countries, and also because the European shop serves pretty much the rest of the world. Even actually the US and Canada, when it's about TEAWARE, that is not available yet in the US. So we have to cover a huge amount of different countries, and we have to use, or we had to use, many different carriers. But now, before proceeding in the details about the European shop, I have to remember my tea. Anyway, I sipped many times this tea yesterday, so it's not a problem if it is. It won't be oversteep. It's also a very, very expensive tea. Probably for sure one of the most expensive I ever bought. I think I already spoke in some video about this tea. It is a tea that actually I bought together with Matthias when we were together in China. We had this tasting about, this is a black tea from Ui, from the Ui mountain, and it was such an amazing tea. It was super expensive. Actually, I can tell you how much we paid. We paid 700 euros, so about $800 for half a kilo of tea. And this was the wholesale price that we paid directly to the farmer. So you can imagine the price of this tea if we would bring it out on the website. It would be amazingly expensive. So sometime when I feel like, I just allow myself a cup. And I'm actually considering bringing it to Berlin, because in just a few days I'm going to Berlin. I will give a tasting there. So if you are in Berlin and would like to try this very special, it's actually a Jinshan Xiaozhong, it's from Tongmuguan, also not exactly from the Ui mountain, but in the Uishan county. And let me know, actually I could take it with me and we could have a tasting at C-Space, where I will give 2 tastings on the 11th of September. Now, before explaining you the detail of the European shop, let's give to you a little surprise, some free tea. Really, some free tea. I have some free tea for the US tea lovers. You know that because I've done a video about that. On the 19th of September, there will be an international blind tasting. We will be live streaming from Denver, Brian and I, and we will be tasting blind. Actually, we will know what tea it is, but you don't know. So you can actually get 4 different tea pouches just with a number on it, and then you will drink along with us, not knowing exactly what you are drinking. We will make questions. There will be a judge that will assign points and scores to everyone that guess the right answer first, and then at the very end we will have vouchers to give away for you, and you can actually buy this blind tea set on our website, both in the US and in Europe, if you want to participate. Well, if you use the code GRABME on the US website, you will get that blind set for free. Really, for free. I cannot tell you how many days we will keep up this offer. It depends how many of you we will start applying for it. But just that you know, at the very least for a couple of days we'll be out there, and maybe a little bit longer. I don't know, we will find out. But if you want to try, just go on the website. I will put, of course, a link in the description below to the product site, and you can not buy, you can get 4 tea samples for blind samples. Actually, there is no name on it, to participate on the live streaming on September 19, I said, yeah? It will be in the morning in the US and in the afternoon in Europe. And for the European customers that are watching, I have also for you an offer, but I will tell you in a little moment. Let's start now looking at how the pricing of the shipping was on the European shop, serving the whole world before September 1st. And here the situation is more complicated, so I have to take some notes here. First of all, we had three different carriers. We had DPD within Germany, we have Deutsche Post, so the German postal service, and we had DHL. Three different carriers depending on where you are located and which type of service you want, priority or not priority, to really try to find the best deal for you. And on top of that, we have to say that we had to carry all those parcels to the post office because we have three different carriers. Not all of them were offering actually pickup service for which you have to pay. And so since we have any way to go to the post office to bring some of those, we were carrying all of them. This means that Rina, Nicola, Dimitri, Henning, whoever was working in the studio to prepare your orders was kind of like Santa Claus in the evening with these huge bags full of parcels and was going to the post office. In the meantime, Nannuoshan is growing, is now barely possible. It's really, really hard to go with all those parcels to the post office, and in some occasion actually there were so many they were not even able to carry and they had to go back in the studio the next morning. So the situation was a little bit complicated there. But let's see how actually the prices were calculated, because this is important to understand also then how we're going actually to change on actually today September 1st, when the video is coming out, the pricing. So let me again share with you something here on my screen. So these here are, for example, the shipping costs before September 1st within Germany, how they are calculated. You have two different options. You have either the standard option or you have the priority, which is DHL. For the standard, you paid 5 euros for orders below 30 euros, and it was a free delivery for orders more than 30 euros. For DHL, you had to add simply 3 euros on that. So you would pay 8 euros or 3 euros, depending if the order is above or below 30 euros. So this was the rates that we had before. And I have to stop this recording. So this was within Germany, but we served, as I told you, many countries, and within Germany we have offered the standard and the priority with DHL, standard with DPD. Outside Germany we were actually we always had also almost always DHL, and on top of that German Post, which is just a very cheap way of sending parcels abroad. Now I can make you an example, but all the other countries were actually subdivided in many different zones, because the rating was so different that you cannot just put everything in one category. So just to give you a quick example, if let's say we take Italy, Sweden and UK was one category, and you see here we offer the standard, and the standard is with Deutsche Post, with German Post, for 5, 9 or 12 euro depending on the weight of the parcel. If you wanted to go for DHL, you could, priority, and it costed in this case 14 or 16. But this was a specific case just for Italy, Sweden and UK, and there are many different other zones. In fact, actually, we have to say that for DHL there was an additional problem, the fact that you could actually select the rates for DHL, but DHL is applying some special charges because of COVID and because of Brexit. And the charges because of COVID are changing over time as they have less or more difficulties in delivering parcels abroad. And they don't give us notice, so they simply change the price and they are applied to us. So it was kind of very tricky to select the right, and in some cases we really send out tea spending a lot of money for shipping, although we didn't get that much money for shipping. Also in this case, like you have seen that for Germany, we applied a discount for orders above 30 euros. Also for other countries, there is a little discount in each shipping cost. It means that what you pay is less than what we actually pay for that specific parcel. Now, if we look at the rest of the world, so not only within Europe. The situation is the following, that for some region the cost of DHL, as I told you, it was very difficult to calculate, was variating very much. Sometimes the charges for COVID was absurd, or the delivery time very long. And so, as you see here for the rest of the world, so all countries that were not in a different zone, we had only the standard shipment. And the standard shipment means Deutsche Post, German Post, and also here from 5 to 49 euros, depending on the weight. Right? Everywhere in the world, you were paying just 5 euros if the parcel was tiny, below 500 grams, so about below a pound. Now, this has a problem because German Post offer a cheap service, but doesn't offer full traceability. This is important. DHL delivers everywhere in the world, more or less, and it offers you a start to end tracking. You can go on the DHL website and you see where your parcel is until it is delivered. In the case of German Post, they track your parcel until it leaves Germany, and then there is a time when there is no tracking because maybe it is on a plane or on a boat, and then when it arrives in the country of destination, the tracking is usually taken over by the local carrier. So for example, in the case of US, it was USPS. And so you have this time in between where you don't know exactly where your parcel is. And in some countries, this change of tracking carrier was not working. And so there was no traceability, which, is sometimes a problem. You want to know where your parcel is, especially this time nowadays with COVID. So on one side, we had the problems with DHL, with all those additional charges because of COVID and because of Brexit. And on the other side, we have the problem with German Post that didn't offer full traceability. On top of that, we had our employees that became like Santa Claus, bringing all these parcels, and at a certain point was no more feasible. So I have been spending quite some time over the past few months trying to think about a way to simplify everything so that for you it is more clear, so that we have less shipping zones. And I actually also want to have a parcel pickup in our studio for all the parcels so that we don't have to have Santa going to the post office. I would like also to have full tracking, full traceability, start to end. And I would like actually to avoid having the cost of the parcel depending on the weight. I wanted to have a kind of simplification, if you want, where whatever, no matter how large a parcel is, that's what you pay and that's it. Now you can imagine that having all these changes along with more than 100 countries where we can ship around the world is quite a challenge. But I think we came up with a good method, and before sharing that with you, I want actually to give you also the next discount, which is for the European shop. Shall I do it now or shall I wait? I think I'll wait. I'll wait and I'll show you first how actually the shipping costs are calculated today, after September 1st, for the European shop. And I said this is applied for everywhere in the world and is also valid actually for the US and Canada, because if you don't find an item on the US shop, you can buy it also on the European shop. That's not the case for tea, because actually tea, we are complete. Pretty much everything that is in Europe you find also in the US, but we are in the process of starting bringing TEAWARE also to the US shop. So for example, if you want an Asian teapot and you don't find it on the US shop, you will find it soon, but not yet. Then you can buy it on the European shop. So let's have a look. As you see here, first of all, the criteria is very simple. Either the order is below or above 50 euros. This is the value of the order, excluding the shipping cost, no matter what you order and no matter the weight of the parcel, the weight of the good. And then we have simply four categories: German, European Union, Europe outside of the European Union, and rest, der Welt, which is in German and means rest of the world. So for Germany, we have the situation where for orders below 50 euros, we will charge only €4.50. And by the way, all these parcels, no matter in Germany or the rest of the world will be dispatched with DHL. So full traceability from start to the beginning and a kind of priority serve, because DHL is kind of, a little bit of an elite carrier if you compare that with the standard German postal service, which is okay, yeah, it works, and actually DHL is affiliated with it, but DHL certainly offer that better service, faster delivery within Germany. Usually most of the parcels are delivered within 1 business day, and almost all of them within 2, very rarely 3 business days. So it's a very, very fast delivery. And we charge €4.50 for orders below 50 euros, and there is already a discount. We actually pay more than that. And for orders above 50 euro, you pay nothing, just free shipping with DHL. For the European Union, of course, we have to increase that a bit, and we have for orders below 50 euros, it will cost 11 euros, and for orders above 50 euro, €6.50. Also here, both rates are actually discounted. This means that actually we pay more than those 11 euros, and we have a way of making sure that a little bit of those shipping cost is included in the cost of the tea, so that of course we don't go bankrupt, but you can profit of that if you place a little bit of a larger order, which is something that we really suggest doing, and we have seen that most of you have been doing it over time. Remember that also in Europe, if you place an order of tea above 100 euros, you get a 10 euro voucher every single time you place an order. But just consider that those 100 euros have to be spent on tea, not on TEAWARE. And outside the European Union, so within Europe, like, in this case, like for example in the UK or in Norway, we have that it costs 13 euros below 50 euro order, and for orders above 50 euros, €8.50. There is a tiny difference, but not too much. I have here Brexit with a question mark, as you see here, because sometimes DHL applies some additional charges for Brexit, and depending on that, we have to keep an eye on that and check if it is the case. We will have to apply those few euros more to shipment in the UK. Say that we have for the rest of the world, and I could actually correct this. For the rest of the world, we have 27.50 euros for order below 50 euros and 23 euros for orders above 50 euros. Now, I understand this is more than the 5 euros you paid before when the order was very tiny, below half a kilo, but that service was just not very reliable. And so we've decided, okay, very rarely you order from outside the European Union, outside Europe, and you order a very small order. So in that case, usually the orders are above 50 euro, we charge 23 euros. And I have to tell you here, we really pay substantially more than that. And in fact, I cannot really guarantee you 100% that we can apply that rate. It will be there online, but if it is a very fancy country, sorry about that. If it is a very fancy country, I cannot guarantee you 100% that we will be able to offer that the price. I will have to check and see if it is feasible. But we will give it a try and we will put it online. So say that, let's see if I've forgotten something. I think something I've forgotten. I promise you a major discount on the European shop, and it will be really a major discount. I will give you a code that is the same as the one that I said before for the US shop. It is GRABME, and if you apply that code at checkout until September 3rd, so just a couple of days from now, until September 3rd at midnight European Central Time, you will get 15% discount on the whole shop. right on the whole shop. No matter if no matter if TEAWARE, sometimes we like to reward those of you that follow our YouTube channel and that follow other video down to the end like this one. So if you're there and you're watching this video in the very first day is coming out, you want to profit of it because everything T and TEAWARE is discounted 15%. And if you have a 10 euro voucher at home because you recently placed an order above 100 euros and you got that voucher, you can apply even that discount on top of that. I hope you will enjoy this. I hope that this price policy will be something that you like. We've tried to simplify it as much as we can, and also in consideration of the different countries and the distances and so on. Said that, I hope you have enjoyed watching. If it is the case, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe our channel if you're there, because you don't only have to subscribe our channel, you have also to subscribe our newsletter, and I will put the link in the description below, because in our newsletter every month we give discounts. Every month, if you just read to the newsletter, there is always a code and something to get a discount every single month. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one next week. Bye bye.